Hello Wrexham fans, how are you? I hope you're doing well, and look! Surprise new signings, one for £25,000 a week, and another that will blow your mind. Stay until the end and I'll tell you everything and more. But first, subscribe to the channel and like it to receive all the latest news from the Red Dragons. Before I tell you the big news, here's the latest and greatest news from Wrexham AFC. And look, fans, what's happening with Wrexham is impressive. Manager Michael Williamson was so grateful to the fans after taking the team to Australia and New Zealand. And you know what's even more incredible? The club's fan base is growing at an incredible rate. To give you an idea, Wrexham broke sales records in Australia. That's right, all the club's merchandise sold out before the trip to Wellington. This shows the strength of the brand and how much the club is on the rise. But what about on the field? That was a little different. The tour had its ups and downs, defeats against Sydney FC and Wellington Phoenix. But don't worry, there's one detail that could change everything. Sean Harvey, who you know well, made a bombshell revelation on Ben Foster's podcast, Fozcast. He hugely praised the training facilities in Australia and said they could give Wrexham a huge advantage for their season opener against Southampton. According to him, the facilities were so good that the players wanted to spend more time training, preparing as a group, strengthening their bond. And let's face it, that can make all the difference. He said, the facilities are absolutely magnificent. Anything that makes the players want to train more, go to the gym, or even just prepare together, helps a lot. That kind of environment brings the group together. And there's more. Even with the mixed results, the team learned valuable lessons from this tour. Harry Ashfield, for example, was one of the standout performers on the field. These small improvements, like training in a top-notch facility, may seem like details, but they're the ones that make the difference when the team faces the championship. And speaking of preparation, what's next? Wrexham has less than 3 weeks to prepare for the match against Southampton at St Mary's Stadium. Parkinson is already planning new friendlies. One of them has already been confirmed, a trip to face Groningen in the Netherlands on August 2nd. And there's more. The club still wants to schedule 1 or 2 more matches behind closed doors to fine-tune the final details. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. The new signings are coming in thick and fast. George Thomason and Liberato Kakes have already been confirmed after the tour. And Josh Windass? He's already passed his medical and is ready to sign a 3-year contract. Imagine the attacking power with him on the field. But as always, for some to come in, others have to go. Names like Ollie Palmer and George Evans are close to saying goodbye to the club. And get this, Phil Parkinson, the man behind this incredible rise, knows how good it feels to move up a division, but he also knows how painful it is to see key players leave. And he's not the only one. Rob McElhenney, one of Wrexham's owners, called the situation tragic. After all, with every promotion, the squad needs to be renewed, and that means saying goodbye to names that have made history. One of the biggest shocks was Paul Mullen's departure to Wigan Athletic. Hard to swallow, right? Another name no one expected to see leaving was the experienced Stephen Fletcher. But it doesn't stop there. Parkinson decided to completely overhaul the goalkeeping department. 3 of them were released this summer: Brad Foster, Liam Hall, and Mark Howard, one of the fans' most beloved veterans. Foster went to Ross County. Hall narrowly missed signing with Rotherham United, even after trials with the club. As for Mark Howard, he's back in the game with a bang. On Tuesday, Howard was announced as the new goalkeeper for League Two club Salford City. He arrives on a free transfer and promises to fight for a starting spot. For those who don't remember, he previously played for Salford on loan in 2019, joining from Blackpool. And why is this important? Because Salford now belongs to a group led by none other than David Beckham and Gary Neville. They have big ambitions, and they believe Mark Howard can be a key player in that journey. In an interview with Salford's official website, Howard couldn't hide his joy. He said this is the perfect opportunity for him. More than that, he compared Salford's project to Wrexham's. According to him, the new club's vision is very similar to that of the Red Dragons, and that motivated him even more. At 38, Howard guarantees he still has a lot to offer. And Wrexham fans, of course, will be following everything closely. Who knows, maybe he'll win another promotion and write another historic chapter in his career. And now, my friends, hold this. Wrexham is very close to announcing a major reinforcement. Remember Josh Windass? Well, hold on to this bombshell. He's already had a medical and everything indicates he'll sign a 3-year contract with the club. Stay with me and I'll tell you why this signing is causing a stir, and what it has to do with our beloved Ollie Palmer. But first, it's worth remembering, on Tuesday, Wrexham lost a true legend, Joey Jones. Out of respect for him, the club paused negotiations. Nice, right? Priorities. Now back to Wind. He's 31 years old, an experienced striker, and comes straight from the Championship, where he scored 13 goals for Sheffield Wednesday last season. Sounds good to you? Yeah. He terminated his contract with Wednesday last week and was already packing his bags for Wales on Wednesday. And check out this interesting fact that's making waves behind the scenes. Windass once publicly joked with Ollie Palmer. Do you know what he said? That he was much better than Palmer and that the Wrexham striker was delusional, because he thought he'd score 20 goals if he played for Manchester City. That's right. Want to know where all this came from? Last year, Palmer appeared on the Pitchside podcast and said he believed that if he played for Manchester City, he'd be able to score a lot of goals. Not just him, but most strikers in League 1 and 2. According to him, City creates so many chances that even an average striker would find the back of the net frequently. Windass saw this video and responded in kind, making fun of him, saying, "No offense to Palmer, but I'm much better than him. He doesn't even score 15 goals for Wrexham, what is he talking about?" But then, Windass acknowledged that he understood the point. Playing on a team that creates a lot of chances really helps any striker excel. And the burning question, will these two play together now? Palmer performed less well in the final stretch of last season, and his future at Wrexham is still uncertain. But imagine seeing Windass and Palmer together in attack? After all this, it would be unmissable. And just look at this breaking news that could shake up the Wrexham squad. You out there, fans excited about this new phase for the club. Can you imagine having a player with championship experience wearing the Red Dragons jersey? Well, that's exactly what could happen. According to the Star, Wrexham is eyeing none other than Kiefer Moore, a striker for the Wales national team. The idea is to bolster the squad with experienced players to face the challenge of the second division, and Moore would be a key player in that project. Phil Parkinson is focused on building a competitive team, and Moore, currently at Sheffield United, would be a strategic piece of that plan. Last season, he scored 5 goals in 32 championship matches. Not bad, right? But will he actually come? Moore is still under contract with the Blades until the summer of 2027 and earns around £25,000 per week. This could be a hurdle, but at the same time, he could lose his place in Ruben Sell's squad, falling behind Tyrese Campbell and Ryan One. So, is the door opening for a deal? Wrexham has already shown they're not messing around in this transfer window. Liberato Kakes, George Thomason, Ryan Hardy, and goalkeeper Danny Ward have already arrived. And the club still has until September 1st to finalize more signings. Do you think Moore would be a good fit for Wrexham? Could he be the missing number 9? The debut against Southampton is just around the corner on August 9th, and every detail matters. We'll be following everything closely, because if this signing comes to fruition, it could be a turning point for the Welsh club in this historic season. Now it's your turn. Do you approve of their signing? Comment below with your thoughts. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. See you in the next video. Until then, Red Dragons fans.